brush. So this is your designs. Designs is great for really essentially any of your marketing needs. So flyers, Facebook ads, social media posts, you know, super great. I love this. I'm a huge fan of the simplicity and kind of the effortlessness it takes within designs here. So this is kind of all of your templates here. If you go in here, you can kind of filter it out. So these will be my social posts. If you haven't used designs, your dashboard here will be blank. You won't have any templates so far. These are just ones that I have messed with or created. Let's start off with social post. And I'm going to click this button here, this import photos and text from a listing. What this is going to do is it's going to auto-populate from the MLS. I'll show you a really great feature. Hold on. So it's going to pop up this here. And I'm going to search for so this listing, Cara Street, she did give me permission to use this. Gonna let it load here. So you'll see these are the different templates. So you'll have your KW app for Instagram if you want to market your app. Here's listings, so you've got your different listings, just listed, price updated, under contract, etc. Lead gen, so if you want to show things about your app. Business basics, so you can create your own email signatures or social brandings, Twitter covers, Facebook covers. So we're going to do just listed. So you'll notice up here, there's Facebook, Instagram stories, and this is going to be formatted to exactly what that program wants. So Instagram stories is of course going to take up your full screen. Instagram is going to be your square, and then Facebook is going to be kind of that rectangle. So I'm going to show you how fast this is going to be able to brand yourself through each of these here. So we're going to start with Facebook. We're going to do it just listed. So this is going to be your template here. So what I did at the beginning when I clicked that little checkbox that said import listings and photos, if you go over here to the KWLS, you're going to see that it has now pulled in all of the photos from that listing. And this is going to be really fast, guys. So we can click here, notice it's highlighted, and we're just going to replace the image. So snap that in there. Of course, if I want to move it, I'm going to double click. I'm going to move, and I'm going to hit done. Then I can come over here to listing details, and this is going to show all the listing details pulled from the MLS. So I'm going to click the address here, and I'm going to replace. That was just a little bit longer, so I'm just going to drag that across. Here, this is not a 3-bedroom, this is a 4-bedroom, so I'm going to replace that. This is a 3.5 bath, so I'm going to replace that. And then square footage, I'm going to find here. It did put the SF here, so I'm just going to make sure to delete that by double clicking. Then I can come here to the price. I can replace the price, double click, and again, I can just delete. It automatically defaults to US dollars, unless I believe you're in Canada. Then here's this obviously is not my logo, so I'm going to come over here to logos. And within my library, and I'll show you where your library is at so you can download your own logos, I'm going to replace the logo. That was just a little farther down. So I'm going to drag that up. So that's how fast that was. Of course, I can come through if I don't want just listed, if I want just sold or new listing, I can change the text here. I can also change different colors. So say I wanted to change this black. I can change the color of the circle. Change this to gray. So it's really, you can customize this pretty much however you want. And just like Canva, if anyone's familiar with Canva, there are some just stock little icons you can use to bring some design into your templates. And that's how fast that is, you guys. I just created that in, I think, less than 2 or 3 minutes. So I'm going to come up here, change this. And then here I will download. Because this is going to be a Facebook, I want to either do a JPEG or a PNG. Change the quality to high, and I want to start that download. You can see up here it's preparing. It does take a few seconds. Download ready, and it's going to pump up on my downloads. And then you will take that and you can upload that just right into your Facebook. So once you're done with that, I'm going to hit done. And it's going to save it right here to my dashboard. I'm going to come back in, social post, import photos. Just loading. So again, I'm just going to create an Instagram post now. Same branding, same look, so it's same across the board for you. Then again, KWLS. Here's the photo. So let's say I want to do a different photo here. Let's see, we'll use the living room. Double click if I want to drag, because this is not a square image. It's a rectangle image, but I'm using a square image placeholder. I'm going to drag it to where I want. That looks good. Hit done. And then again, I can just come through with the listing details, and I can replace. Double click if I want to just change. Or bed. Or I can replace. When you do replace, if 2-bath is in the same text box, it is just going to have 3.5, so you will have to type bath right afterwards. I don't know why I'm not able to click. Oh, there we go. I'm going to come over here to logos. I'm going to switch my logo again. Just drag it up and change the address. There we go. And that's done. So I've just created I created a Facebook and an Instagram, all less than, I think, 8 minutes. Then again,
Katie.
Yeah.
Can you show? And you may have never played with this before, but the ruler on the bottom, the guidelines. So if you click on the ruler on the bottom, it will set up guidelines for you.
I have never played with that before.
Yeah. So Anybody, so if you're in designs, if you've ever used like Adobe Suite before,
Mm-hmm.
these lines, they don't actually show up on your project, but they help guide you. So let's say you need to build a flyer that has 3 columns, you can use the guidelines to build, to show you where those 3 columns would be. So show that if you wanted to do 3 columns on this, how would you do that? Maybe at like, yeah, about right there.
How do you get rid of one?
You just got to click on it again. I think it's double click on it.
Oh, there we go.
Right, so then you can see like, okay, this is a guide for where I want to space things out, right? That's essentially what they're doing.
Yeah, no, that's a great feature. I'm learning something new every day, right?
There you go, yeah. I discovered that because I was like, there's got to be some way to do guidelines on here, because anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really neat. You can also come up here, file, you can show the grid. So here's a grid on designs.
Oh, nice, I didn't know that.
Yep, you can show safe areas. So if you are printing outside these areas, you know, may not be safe. They may be outside the printing area. This clock is a really nice feature. So if I click here, here will be previous versions. So every time I hit save, and then I change something. So say I changed it up a little bit. Let's see. Where did my, oh,
You got to click out of the image. Yeah, there you go.
yeah. So say I replaced the image and I moved a bunch of things around, and then I didn't really feel like that's what I wanted. I messed it up. Doesn't look as great. So I can come here and I can use previous versions. So it's going to shoot you to where you've last saved, which I think is a really nice feature there. Does anyone have any questions around this? I can't see chat, so.
No, you're good.
Okay, great. So that's how to make just a few little social media pieces for your marketing. I'm going to go back to my dashboard now, and what I want to do now is I want to create a flyer. So that's what print's going to be. So I'm going to come down here, create a design. I'm going to hit print. I'm not going to hit this button, and I'm going to hit next. So now you can see this is different than your social. Now you have all of your print versions. So door hangers, bifolds, trifolds, postcards, as well as flyers. So different things and different of the different modules from your designs, you're going to get different templates. So now we're going to do, let's just do an open house letter. Essentially the same thing. But because I didn't hit that little checkbox that says import photos and listings, I'm going to be able to search a listing. So I can come here. Listing, and then I can select. So there's always a way. You don't have to go back if you forget to check that button. You don't have to go back. You can do it within here. Again, I'm just going to click the image. I'm going to replace the image. Drag it out. Done. Then I'm going to use gives a little featured photos here. So let's see, I want to do the master bedroom with a great view outside that giant window. And let's see. And I have this nice little, I believe this is on the roof. So you have a roof porch here. Then I can come over here, listing details. Down here, here's the description of the home pulled from the MLS. So I'm just going to replace, drag that up. And then again, you could just click through, change all of your marketing. So within designs, and I'll get to this in just a second, in your library, you're going to have different text that you can save to save you time. So I'm going to replace this text with my name. Be changed with replace text with my website. Oops. Okay, so because that was all in one text box, it did just replace the whole thing. So again, you can just type it out. Place the DBA logo. And then for this one, when I download, because it's a print, you're gonna save it as a PDF. And you're gonna start download.
Hey, you selected two things there, Katie. Can you talk about both those things you selected when you downloaded it?
Yeah, so standard web quality, if I'm sending this out as an email, I'll probably use standard web quality. For high resolution, because I'm going to be printing this out and handing these out during my open house, I'm going to do the high resolution. This one, I think maybe if there was more than one page, correct me if I'm wrong, Josh, but I think if there was more than one page, you could download and range from, I only want to do the second page, if there's a second page on here. So that's essentially what that's for.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then I would hit start download. Now I'm going to click done. And it's going to save that again to my dashboard here. I do want to show you real quick. I need to move this. There we go. So here are the templates, right? But then you can come over here to my designs. And these are different designs that I've created within Command as well. You can create folders to organize these. So this was just a agent Facebook post I made for them while showing them what this was. This was a flyer. This one, I believe, was a Facebook post. So you can organize all your designs within this as well. Here's where I'm going to start from blank. So I don't want to use a template. I want to start from scratch. I'm going to hit start. And then I can select the different sizes. If it's a social media post or if it's a flyer, I can click on those. And then it's going to send me again to the editor, but it's going to be blank, that nothing's going to be templated. I can build that out myself.
I didn't know about the folder thing. It's amazing.
Yeah, really great, right? Because, I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm director of agent services, so I'm constantly showing designs, right? I'm not just a single agent with listings. So I can go through and just organize all my designs and I can find them quickly. So here, You can click on your KW Facebook posts. Here's all the ones that I've had.
Love that.
I put in that folder. So yeah, it's really cool. You can also import PDF files. So if you are wanting to edit PDF files, let's see. We have one. Oh, Red Day. Red Day is going to be a perfect one. There we go. Just taking a few minutes to load. So I've just uploaded that, and here it is. I'm going to double click. So because I used this outside of designs, because I didn't create this in designs, some of the fonts aren't there. So what I'm going to do is just replace, which it seems like I've already replaced a few of these already. I'm going to set that as the default, and I'm going to continue. So some of the fonts from the prior flyer are not available in designs. So I'm replacing them with a font that is. It's just taking a few seconds to load. So here's the flyer that we made for Red Day Bingo down here in St. George. You can see because it's going to differ from what my flyer was before because I did those font switches. So I'm going to just make this smaller. Much smaller. So I'm going to go through, reformat this, but now I can edit everything. Edit things from the flyer. So because it was a previous flyer, wasn't made in designs, I like the look of this. Maybe I want to use this next year. I can pull that into designs, just change some of the dates, you know, a little bit of the wording, and then I can hit download. I'm going to download as a PDF, high resolution because I'm going to be printing, and I'm going to start the download. So that's kind of the PDF editor that you can do within Command as well.
Yeah, and can I make a comment on that, Katie?
Yeah.
I'm a big designs nerd too. I love using designs, but the cool thing about that is that you can take a flyer from anywhere.
Yes, anywhere.
Right? Like, hey, this blank brokerage has this flyer that I really love that's online. Great. Take it, bring it over, switch the colors out, put in your text. Perfect. It's the same thing. It's like, so you don't have to rebuild it basically.
Yeah, you don't have to build things from scratch, right?
Exactly. Yep. Good marketing is not building from scratch.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I want to go back to my designs dashboard, not the editor. I want to go to my designs dashboard. I'm going to click this little X here.
Hey, when you're there, in your editor, will you really quick show the folders again one more time?
The folders again, yeah.
We got asked to show those one more time.
Thank you for keeping up on that. So it's in the My Designs tab. And because I have all these, I've created folders. That's just going to be here in the little new folder button. You'll hit new folder. You'll type out what you want your folder to be, and you'll hit OK. So then it will populate here where you can now drag to different folders. So now it's totally organized. I know some people like super organization, and this is a very simple way to do that. So back here in my dashboard, we're now going to go over kind of that neighborhood video. So Josh mentioned in his campaigns there was a video that you can run in your ads. So here we're going to click. I'm going to select video. I'm going to hit next. So this is going to be a neighborhood, like a neighborhood snapshot video. So it's going to populate active listings, average price sold, into a nice little video for you. So let's see, I'm going to use Daybreak. Oh, here we go. I'm going to hit next. So this will auto-populate for you all the information, and this pulls straight from your local MLS. Average price of the home. Average home prices are on the rise. If you don't agree with that, you think they're holding steady. Of course, any of this is customizable, so you can change essentially whatever you want within here. I live in this neighborhood, so I don't really feel like this is a late night leisure. We are definitely farm culture. And we are a friendly community. So you'll just customize your neighborhood or the neighborhood that you are wanting to advertise, and these little tags. Then you're going to have your information. This will be automatically pulled from your marketing profile. Was that touched on earlier, Josh?
Yeah.
The marketing profile?
Maybe it wasn't. Chat, you tell us, did we touch on the marketing profile?
That might be more of a sites.
Yeah, I'm going to touch on it in a.
Okay, perfect.
That's right. We'll touch on insights.
So this will be pulled from your marketing profile, which Kimber will go through in just 30 minutes. Here I'm going to upload my DBA, just my office logo. Oh, I don't know if I have. I'll just use this photo. Not really my office logo, but, and then we're going to hit next. So this is generating the video. May take longer than 10 seconds. Here we go. So now you have a nice little video. Let me see if I can play this for you. See, so it's just a super nice little visual for your ads. So advertising a neighborhood, even advertising your app. You can say, you know, there's different neighborhoods on your app that you want to advertise. So just a nice little visual, kind of soft music. I really enjoy that.
Yeah, that has been wildly successful
Yeah.
For running ads, first of all, and second of all, how easy was that, right? You fill in a couple things of information, 2 minutes later, you've got a fully done video that you can start sharing to your Facebook page, your business Facebook page, because you have one now, on social media,
Yep.
so on and so forth.
Yeah, I love those little videos. I think they're great. Does anybody have any questions about designs? Let me see, pull the chat here.
Maybe you can show the listing and buyer presentations, because those are a little bit different in designs.
Okay. So those are going to be print. So I'll hit print, hit next. And those are going to be, oh, okay. So here is listing presentation. Let's use this one here. Now I haven't done too much with listing presentations, Josh. So if you have any input, feel free to jump in.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's why I bring it up, because I didn't before. And then when I looked at it, it's very much different. So on the left-hand side, you have a multitude of design choices, but these are not part of your listing presentation yet. When you hover over one, when you want to add one to it, you'll see a little plus sign. So you'll add that page into your presentation. Does that make sense? So you can go through all of these different designs and kind of build it out first of the order of how you want it, so on and so forth, and then go in and design it.
Yeah, that's super great. I haven't, like I said, I haven't been really into buyer presentations, listing presentations. So this is nice to learn.
Yeah. When you're in part of staff, you don't use these as much, right? But
yeah, right.
I finally played around with it, and I was like, oh, this is way different. Okay. So yeah, you just add in the pages that you like. You can go through and just look through all of them. I think there's like 20 or 30 different choices, and then you can build out your own presentation exactly how you want it to be.
Yeah, this is great. And then so it is only going to let you do one page at a time, but the way you get to your other pages, come down here to pages, and then I can filter through which ones I want.
Yeah, and that's the same case whenever you're designing any flyer. If you wanted, someone asked, how do I do a double-sided flyer? This is how you would do a double-sided. So you have one page, you can click down on pages and add a new one on that little plus button right there. If you want to start a new blank one. So at any point, you can always have multiple pages.
Oh, so if it's down below here, then it's going to be the behind.
No, so to the right of that, that's just a blank page. So the right of that, that's where you add a new page. That little button right there. And that will add a new blank page.
Okay.
So now you have 7. And you'll have 2 blank pages in a row.
Yeah, that's really nice. Take a look at the listing presentation. But that was, so let's do the buyer presentation. Black one. And again, you just add pages.
Yeah, pretty straightforward, pretty simple to do. It's the same concept. You can, like you said, you're going to show us the library. Oh yeah, we need to make sure we remember that. But then you can add the text from your library into here.
Okay, so let's go back. Earlier, Jordan and I were looking for a library button, and because of the updates, it's not there. So let's see if we can find it again.
Oh.
Yeah, so my buttons disappeared. So I don't know if this is happening for everybody. So I would essentially just get back to the templates dashboard. usually right here, there's a red button that says add to library. What that's going to do is you're going to be able to upload your logos, your headshot, text that you use often, so your website, your phone number, your team name. You're going to be able to add that into your library. So anytime you go into any other different template, that's going to be saved there. I don't know, is anybody else experiencing the missing button?
Yeah, you're not alone.
The what?
You're not alone. I'm not seeing it either here. So it must have been just because the things, like Jordan said, they just changed those this morning. So
yep, it just changed. So I think that's just a little bug, but usually there's an add to library button here that you can save your frequently used items. So your photos, logos, text.
and that library button is going to be a lifesaver if you're consistent in designs, because then you don't have to go find these things in different places over and over and over again.
You can also go replace a text. So that's where I had my my office logo. So KW St. George, I added those into my library. So not everybody will have your office logos. You have to add that to your library in order for that to be saved every time. Otherwise, you can just use the stock KW logos, but that won't be branded with your office.